So hello YouTube, summer's finally starting to rear its beautiful head. I mean, I'm wearing shorts. Whoa. So I've been on another one of my hiatuses, which I'm really sorry about, I'm sorry these keep happening. But this time I actually had a decent reason. So let me tell you what's been going on this last couple of days. So Sony and Insomniac, the guys behind the original Spyro trilogy, Ratchet & Clank, and the Resistance franchise, announced a couple of weeks ago they were holding this competition called Get in the Game for Resistance 3, where the winner would be flown to the Insomniac studios, get a guided tour, get a little bit of hands-on time with the new Resistance, and most importantly, have their head scanned and put into the game, and be an extra in the game, be a survivor in the game. Basically, you had to take a photo of yourself in a Resistance-style battle or have just survived a battle. Yeah, so I entered, in which I had this really dorky photo shoot with my mate Joe, who you've met a few times, in which I frolicked around the garden in this stupid lame-ass tactical gear, sneaking around the garage and stuff like that. I took one of the best photos, sent it off to Josh Jepson that is, and he spruced it up, and put it into Photoshoop, tweaked a few things, added an entire alien, and here is our final entry. Ding! Here is me about to attack a savage chimera. I think this one's called Grim. And just for comparison, let me show you me about to attack a savage car. So it's needless to say, Josh was really incredibly proud of this. This was apparently his first ever Photoshops, and the outcome was phenomenal. Now, it hasn't been announced yet, so shh, our little secret. But we won! That's right, we made the top 10, well, 10, which turned into 13 finalists, which you can see in a link down here. And then I got an email about a week ago from a bloke at Sony saying that Insomniac, the guys themselves chose our entry. They chose me. They chose us. And we won. And that's just mind-blowing. Now here's the problem, the technical hitch, and it's quite a big one. Obviously, to get into the US, I need a passport, and I just realised, after submitting my thing, that my passport had expired. Like, literally a couple of days before. As soon as I'd entered, I sent off an application form, but I don't know how passports work over where in the country you live, but here they take about a couple of weeks to get them through. Then I found out that the trip to the Insomniac Studios in San Diego is within 2 weeks. It's on the 28th this month, and obviously my passport won't get back in time. So what I had to do is go to Newport, Wales, yes, Wales, to our regional passport office. I'm not quite sure why the regional passport office for Devon is in Wales, to get a new passport on the day, so that I'd have one in time. So that involves a 4-hour train journey from where I live in Honiton to Exeter, which is Exeter, then to Bristol, and then across to Wales. And as I said, that took about 4 hours. And then I had an hour and a half wait to the appointment, which, took about 5 minutes to get the application form in. Then I had a 4-hour wait, in which I spent most of it just sort of wandering around Newport City, which isn't that big a city, being stalked by this kind of hot character girl, so, I might have gotten her number. And then finally, I managed to pick up my passport, and then it was another 4-hour train journey back. So all in all, I was on the move for about 14 hours. It was a very long and tiring day, but worth it! Here it is. And as you can see, there it is, there I am in all my glory. 15th of March. Literally brand spanking new passport. Now I can completely sympathise with that baby, because I love passports. So yeah, and now I can officially go. So as you can probably tell, I'm pretty excited about it. I mean, at the end of this month, I'm going to San Diego, which roughly translates to whale vagina. Oh, Anchorman references. I'm in a glass cage of emotion! Getting hands-on on one of my favourite current game franchises, being in that game, and, the problem is it's going to be like a 16-hour plane journey. As I experienced when going to Newport, I don't handle travel very well. I get really bored and end up people watching. The longest stint on the train was an hour, and I couldn't survive without finding someone strange to observe. I mean, there's always one who's drunk or high or out of their mind. I mean, they're pretty easy to spot. Most of the time you can smell them before you can see them. So I can't imagine what I'm going to be like on the plane. I think I'm going to need to bring some stuff to amuse me. So there we have it. That's why I've disappeared for the last couple of days. I'm bloody excited about this thing. I'm going to friggin' San Diego and I'm going to meet Insomniac, which is one of my favourite game developers. I mean, in fact, I think my 3 favourite game developers are Insomniac. That's going to be me in real life, because everything they touch seems to be filled with a little bit of magic. It's like, remember in the old Ratchet & Clank games, the Insomniac Museum from I think the 2nd game onward. If they really do have hover cars and stuff in it, that'll be interesting. So that's my pretty much excited babbling rant about the competition over. Other things coming up, the second part to the guide to becoming a Let's Player for a beginner. That's coming soon. I haven't really done anything on yet. I'm still trying to work out what I'm going to do with it, but it's on its way. Another thing that's coming up is a couple of nights ago I did this special sort of Let's Play thing with Joe, and we sat and recorded ourselves and recorded the game playing Doom. It sort of had some strange results. We ended up getting about an hour and a half worth of footage that I'm going to compress down at about 15 minutes. So that's going to be interesting. And LP Ty will be back before the end of the week. I've got footage ready to edit, so that'll be up within the next couple of days. And I'll probably be doing some vlogs leading up to and on this trip, and give you guys a taste of the experience. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for very minorly sharing with my excitement. And I hope to see you soon. You know, because I'm the kind of guy that says he'll call you and doesn't. I do call you. Not quite sure what that was about. I'll see you soon.